Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Tech Talk session with me. I'm Christina, your host from Tech Software. And I'm very excited today as we are joined by very gorgeous Miss Anna Maria. Hi Anna, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me here, really. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for your time and joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on board today. So before we begin, Anna comes from a sales management background, but found her passion in helping people land jobs in the EU. She has trained over 100 professionals, and right now she runs Career Coach Anna in Berlin, where she helps immigrants start their career. So I think that's a very brief introduction from my end, right, Anna? But I'm pretty sure this is going to be some exciting session. I think people can already see from the title that we will be talking about some job hacks and how you can get noticed and referred and hired in 2025. And Anna has some amazing tips and insights for that. So before we dive into the conversation and some questions that I will be asking her on your behalf, how about we take a moment to talk about your journey so far in the industry and you enlighten us a bit about your journey.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for the introduction. Like you said, I'm coming from a background of sales, and I've been in sales for around 5 years. And basically, then I realized I was training in the meantime also professionals. I realized that it's something that I love. I love to find potential in others and to also help them sell their potential. And then we went all into this career coaching program that we have at the moment. And since then, we have been helping more than 100 people get roles here in Germany mainly, but in general in Europe. And it's something that I love, and I hope it's really useful for everyone that is watching us today. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how about we begin and you tell us what the current job market looks like in Germany?
Yeah. That's a nice question. I think everyone gets a feeling of how the job market. I think if we ask them what's the job market in Germany, I think everyone has a bit of a non so positive idea, which is it's quite accurate. Honestly, the job market is not the best. I think we all know that. Um, I think being honest, also from what we get in the coaching, because we deal with, let's say, 20 to 30 people monthly, it's
Mm.
that at the beginning of the year it was nice. It was a nice pickup. Recruitment was really active. From February, March, it was slowing down. And I think for every job seeker that is watching us now, guys, if you are looking for the opportunity is now. I would say the opportunity is now, because as soon as summer is coming, so June, July, August, the job market will be slow again. So I would say I would
Mhm.
recommend to everyone, and I want to empathize this. The opportunity is now. Your moment is now. So March, April, and May, and I really encourage you to take advantage of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, you heard her. This is the time to be proactive and get pull up your socks and I think just go for the job hunt and you might just get hired, you never know. So I'm like, so are there actually seasons for the job market being good and bad?
Are there
Is
what?
it like
Sorry.
seasons? Does it change like season, like spring, summer, and the job market goes up, down?
I think it changed. Obviously, yeah, it changed with spring, winter, summer, and so on, but also with the political situation,
Yeah.
and with the economy. Right. So these
So,
few months, last months, were they were tough, and therefore the
mhm.
market was also tough. But now in summer is really important, because summer doesn't matter if the economy is awful or not. It's going to slow down. It happened. Yeah, it happens every year.
Awesome. So now that you've recommended people to actively look for a job at this time, this is the time to do that.
Yeah.
How about you also give us some tips on how a professional can stand out from other job seekers? How can they, be that great fit or the fit for an organization, or they can find the fit organization for themselves? So how can they stand out?
Yeah, and That's a really interesting question because we have these free clarity calls, right? That we do with a lot of job seekers every week. We have like I think more than 40 people coming to these clarity calls, and I receive this question a lot. Like, what can I do to stand out? And I would say there are always two things that I recommend. First of all, I recommend to change the mindset. So let's change the mindset from I want to fit my profile for every single company to I will I will prepare, I will find the positions that fit my profile and apply to those. So, guys,
Yeah,
again, don't fit your profile for every company. Find the company that fit your profile or positions that fit your profile. That's one thing that I would recommend. Obviously, put a lot of effort in having a great CV, cover letter, LinkedIn profile. And the third one, and I think this is a bit tricky. I guess you also know about this. There is this networking kind of bubble, right? It's coming out. Networking is the key. And I would say,
yeah,
yes, networking is the key. But as soon as networking was the key in the job market, I feel like we need to rephrase a bit networking in the sense of networking is not sending 100 messages, it's not sending templates, it's not contacting everyone, it's not spamming. We need to rephrase a little
yeah,
bit networking. Um, and I would say, if I want to stand out as a job seeker and I'm networking, what I will focus on is honesty, authenticity, and relevancy. That's
true.
one really big tip, and I recommend you guys to focus on that. Be honest and authentic with the person you are talking to if you are networking, and also try to be relevant for them, try to add value. So yeah, those are my things. Try to find the companies that fit your profile and network in a really smart way.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
it's not just about adding people in your connection. It's actually about making some genuine connection and, um, being, like you said, authentic and honest, right?
Yes,
So just
100%.
don't randomly send invites.
Yes, 100% for sure.
Awesome. So as we go, I think we just have another question in here. So we'll just take, the attendees question as well, guys. If you have any questions, put it up. So there's one question here. If you would like to answer.
What about EV? What is the translation? Market situation in Germany? You mean the whole market situation, or?
I probably think is it EV or EU? So Rohit, if you can rephrase the question so that you get the appropriate answer. Meanwhile, we'll go about like the second question, which Amy has.
How about getting internship for people who are not students? Okay, that's a tricky and good one. I would say it's a lot of research that you guys need to do because obviously most of the internship they do ask you to be students or work in student jobs. I would say if you have experience in the field and even if you could be a fresher, I would recommend you to not go right away for the internships. Try to also see how the market is positioning you, and don't position yourself with your own kind of feeling about the market and feeling about your experience. Don't guide yourself with the rejection you got or the feeling that you have that I'm not going to be relevant if I don't have experience and so on. Try to go also for normal positions that are not internships. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
my
maybe
take.
an entry level.
Yeah, exactly.
So Rohit says he's talking about the electric vehicles market situation in Germany.
That's a really specific question. I guess you are an engineer. I want to think that. I would say, yeah, obviously, I think we all know how the crisis in that industry is, that there is a crisis going on for sure. Um, but I would say keep trying applying. I mean, like I said, for every single position and department, recruitment is going to pick up in this month. Try to take advantage, and the opportunity is now. I would say the same. Yeah.
Awesome. So now let's get to a very important aspect of applying for jobs, which is rejection, right?
Hmm.
So you apply for, let's say, 20 jobs and you get rejected by 19.
Hmm.
And then sometimes you just land one like a screening call and then get through one round of interview and then get rejected from the 20th company also. So why do people keep getting rejected and how can they improve on that?
Yeah, really good question. I think everyone right now that is listening to us can feel that in their bones. I received the
Absolutely.
same. Yeah, absolutely. I was feeling that when I was a job seeker. So really, I'm saying it in a cool way, but I feel like it's the case for a lot of people out there. I would say the first thing that we do also in these clarity calls that we have, it's we need to identify first what is the problem, in the sense
Mhm.
of, am I not getting interviews because that means I need to look at my materials or I need to network better. Am I not passing the interviews? Do I have to practice more the interviews? Do I have to practice more my questions? So always, I would say, first of all, identify what's the problem in your particular
Yeah.
process. That's what also we do for you for free when you come to these clarity calls in the coaching program, and it's really critical step. The second one is understanding, and I would say here there is a sentence that is really funny for me. Being crazy is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Guys, being crazy is really putting the same strategy in place and expecting and being faithful for something different to happen. That's a bit crazy. So I would say when when you have this one point that I'm getting stuck in, when you have that, I would say try to make changes. Ask for help, ask for a new perspective. Like I say, we have these free calls. Yeah, try to find a new way, try to make changes on it. And third, and I think this is one of the most important, try to take care of your mindset. When you get
Mhm.
rejections, you are devastated. I mean, as a person, honestly,
Yeah.
it's devastating. It's awful. But try to take care of your mindset. The mindset is going to take you places, much more places than this job that you are getting, much more places than your education. And honestly, there is one thing that I notice in all the job seekers we speak with is when you receive a rejection, you can get better or you can get bitter. That's
I
one
like
thing to
that.
keep in mind, because when you get bitter because rejections, you basically reflect that in everything that you do, in these conversations, in your interviews, in your applications, in your emails. So guys, be really careful with, am I getting bitter because these rejections, or am I getting better? Am I taking feedback and I'm looking for feedback? And don't become bitter. That's going to is going to make your job search two times more difficult, three times, like it's not going to work in your favor.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it's just one vowel that's changing the entire perspective, just I and E. So guys, don't focus on I, focus on E. Get better.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's completely, true. So Amy says that language becomes an issue when an interview.
Yes. I always, yeah, for sure, language is an issue, but it's tricky because honestly, I would say language is an issue. But when I was a job seeker as well, I didn't speak German. I in my whole experience working, I didn't had to use have to use German. We only work, by the way, with English speaking professionals. We don't work with German speaking professionals. So what I'm trying to say is there is a hope for you. There is a hope that you can get a job in this market. And when language is a problem, I would say try to change the. It's again you fitting for every single position, than rather than you looking for a job that fits you. If you don't speak German, the job that fits you is not German speaking role. So it's again adjusting to English speaking. I know there are less opportunities, but honestly speaking, every company that asks for German will want a business fluent conversational level. And it's really difficult to have that um, in just the few months that you are new to Germany or to the job market. So I would say try to look for English jobs for sure.
Yeah, and I see another question which is about DevOps dropout.
How about DevOps job market? Okay, German B1 and chance startup. Okay, good to see you too, by the way. Um, Yes, we have a lot of people now with the chance card, with the opportunity card, that are actually based in the country. So it can be Singapore, it can be India, it can be Asia in general, mostly. Um, it's completely possible. I would recommend that. I would recommend to get this chance card and not wait for a visa sponsorship for a company to sponsor your visa from your
Yeah.
country, but maybe invest in this chance carta and come here. And that's I'm working with a lot of people. I can tell you, you can get a job like this. I mean, we are working with a lot of people right now after this was approved this year, on this. So yes, it's completely possible. That's I don't know if the question is completely possible or not, but my answer is yes.
I think he basically wants to understand more of like how the DevOps job market looks like right now. And he has like, German B1 skill. So does he land a chance to get a DevOps job in Germany right now?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. For sure, you're a technical person. Technical people are really needed. You guys don't have to speak much German because obviously all the coding and all the technical aspect is in English. Um, B1 is perfect because at least you can have some conversations. I would say
Yeah,
try it out. Yeah, 100%.
great. And especially for technical people, I think just don't read any other language rather than the computer language. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, Python and etc. etc. I think you're good to go. Just kidding, guys. Of course, you need your communication skills as well. But
Yeah.
yeah. I think we have another thing as well. No, 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 no. Okay, we'll get that later. But I just had one question for you, Anna, from my end. That is, we spoke about interviews and all of that, but there's a process of also applying for jobs. Okay, a lot of friends we just see this easy apply thing on LinkedIn, and we apply for job. And then there's from the career pages which are pending when you're looking for job. So, which is better in order to get your CV shortlisted for an interview? Like, so before getting an interview, the process is getting a CV shortlisted. So is it applying to platforms like LinkedIn and, remote jobs, Glassdoor, or is it better to just go to the career page of the company that you're looking for a job and then apply it from there?
Yeah, really good question. I mean, easy apply is definitely tricky. Easy apply can get you unqualified really quick. And what I mean by that is, if I'm the recruiter and I'm recruiting and you get unqualified, I don't even see your profile. They will just send you a rejection, and I will not be able to see that. So 100% try to avoid easy apply. If you apply, obviously try to get in contact with the company, with someone, and try to get in contact more with management and not so much with the recruiter. Like that's the key of the job
Mhm.
search. Don't contact recruiters. um, Obviously if you don't have any other person, yes, but try to get in contact with your next manager and try to justify why they should hire you. If you apply in easy apply just because maybe it's easy to lose your profile, but I would
Yeah,
always recommend to go to the website for sure, 100%. Apply there, but always as well get in contact with someone. Try to make sure that your CV is seen by someone in the company directly, not by
true.
any ATS. Yeah.
Yeah, that interesting. And also, I think I'd like to take a moment here to really appreciate Dorothy for sharing this experience. Because this is something important. And guys, I think we can take it from here. But don't give up. And I'd like to wish her all the best for
Yes.
trying. And I really hope that you land a job soon.
Yes. For sure.
Okay, there's one more. Let's take this question.
Okay. Writing follow-up emails after an interview. Yes, 100%. I would recommend you do that. Try to add something personal. Try to add something that is personal for the other person, that you guys talk in the interview, that is not related to the interview. Um, yeah, try to be relevant that way. And yes, always send follow-up emails. If also one thing, because I'm getting a lot in these free clarity calls, I'm getting a lot this question, always follow up, guys. Like you need 2 3 follow-ups for every person, because every single recruiter, every single person that you are contacting, they have a lot in their plate. It's really easy to forget about emails. So try always to follow up and try it one more time.
Great. So I'll just come back to another question here, but then we're sticking on the rejection. So let me say the gate is just asking for feedback for the reason on rejections.
Yes, but this is tricky. Because they will most probably not give you any written feedback. It's tricky to give
Yeah,
written feedback to a person, and also at some point it's not possible in Germany. Like you cannot just give written feedback. So it's better to, yes, you can always ask. I will always ask for it, but also like have in mind that not everyone is going to get back to you. I think that is the experience, right? Almost no one is getting back with feedback. In that case, because you don't know what is wrong with your applications and why they are rejecting, try to get professional help, or try to get to someone that is professional and ask them, that they know the market and they know also the whole job search process,
yeah.
what was the problem. Yeah, but always try to get feedback somehow. Hmm.
I had another question, which is more like, do professionals need to speak German to find a job? And which also kind of relates to this question from the comment section. Looking at the trend, we are getting rejected based on the German language skill. So we are on the same boat. What will you say on this? Like, how important it is to learn German or learn German in order to land a job in German?
Yeah, and that's something tricky, because I want to be honest. I when I was a job seeker, because I started like you, I came to Germany, guys, as an immigrant. I came here to work. I was having a part time, which most of the job seekers have, a part time in a random company, like, I don't know, McDonald's, a random restaurant. And then you have this question about, should I spend first of all my money in the classes, or and should I spend my time? Because time and money is something that is really important for us, right? It's all we have. So I don't want to sound like I'm saying, hey, get out of the integration in Germany. But when I was a job seeker and I had this time and money, I wanted to be really smart about how I spend them. And if you have an 18 job seeking visa, which is basically the standard case that we also find in job seekers, they have this 18 months job seeking visa. I could say there is not much point on you learning German, because what you are going to be projecting for the next following year is maybe I don't know, A1, A2, B1, B2. I'm not sure if you can get to a business fluent conversation, which is most probably what they will ask for if you are applying to jobs in German. So there, it's your decision I mean, it's your, let's say, your responsibility to take a decision on this. But from my point of view, when I was a job seeker, I said, I don't have money to do this. And time for me is also money, because the more time I spend without a job, the more money goes away. I want to
Mhm.
get a job as soon as possible, and most probably they will pay for my classes, for example, or they
Yeah,
will, I can get back to German, but I will have a job to pay my bills, because my bills are super important as well. So
yeah,
do I recommend you to leave the German? 100% no. Obviously, try to get the German done. But do I recommend you to get a job if you are in stress, financial stress, in time, like you are stressed because of time? Yes, 100%. Put all your time in getting a role as soon as possible. And there are English jobs. Like I said, we work 100% with English speaking professionals. We have really little C1 speaking. We don't have C1. I think I have one of B2. So imagine. Yeah.
uh, and there's another question which says, after how many days should we follow up? Like, especially, I think we should referring to the interview that we were discussing earlier.
Hmm. Um, after how many days? I mean, if this is in the interview, then it will be nice to follow up when the time that they gave you, the timeline, it's passed. If this is regarding cold outreach, which means sending connections and messages to people in the company to highlight your application, then I would recommend to follow up 1 or 2 days after you send the first message. Be really quick so you don't lose the momentum. I could do that.
And so there's another thing that pops up here, which is the asking for industrial experience, even for freshers. So how can a job seeker overcome this situation, or how can they kind of manage this situation?
Yeah, again, it comes to networking, but I could say selling yourself. The first, let's say for me, the job search is a sale, and the first step of this sales process starts when you are sending an application. But I would say try to connect. If you're a fresher, 100% connect to the people or the companies you're applying to, and try to demonstrate them by your proactiveness. For example, by sending that message, how you are relevant, you have the attitude, you have the willing, the willpower, the discipline, and how you want to contribute. So yes, it's a sad reality, you guys get rejected a lot. I feel you. We have like 20 job searches that I feel like mine, but at the same time, yeah, try to sell yourself to the company by contacting the people inside.
Yeah. There's something about BIM modular. So would you have an idea about that?
What about BEM? Okay, this is super. I'm not sure how relevant it's going to be for the whole call. This is really specific, but it's yeah. Again, I mean, 28 years of experience. That's a lot. I would say yes. We need to. I'm not sure what's the problem there or what's the question about. But if you have problems, again, I would recommend you to just, you can go to my profile, book a free clarity call. We can talk about personalized advice, and it's for free. Eh? It's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Awesome. So Naushad, maybe you can take that opportunity to call and communicate to the problem that you're facing and maybe watch it out together with Anna and see, to find a solution. And now that we are talking a lot about, looking for a job and then language being the barrier, but there are still ways on how you can get jobs. One thing that we all know is referral and how important referrals are now. So, Anna, how can someone get a referral? What's the process of it?
Yeah. Um, this is funny because I also, this is like networking, right? Everyone is talking about networking, everyone is talking about
Mhm.
referrals. And for me, I'm going to make this comparison because I just want to do it. But for me, referrals are, people are speaking about referrals like, when you need to lose weight, for example, and you just want to take a pill and lose the weight magically. That's, for
Yeah.
me, that's how a referral is being conceived by everybody. It's like, I want that pill, magical pill. I want to lose weight as soon as possible, not go to the gym, not train, and I just want to lose
And
the
keep
weight.
eating as well.
Yeah, exactly. And keep it, yeah, exactly, 100%. Um, am I a fan of that? Not really. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be super honest. I'm always real, honest, direct. Referrals are good. It's like a little push for the first interview, sometimes only. It's like a little push for your application to be seen, but referrals are not offers, and referrals are not, yeah, are not the whole process. You will go through the same process. A recruiter will see you the same. They will compare you with the other candidates and so on. So could I spend my time in getting a lot of referrals and just applying to companies that I have referral for? 100% no. Could I spend my time selling myself to my next manager, which I don't need to ask for a referral because he is taking a decision? 100% yes. It's not a magical pill. There are not, don't look for shortcuts in the job search. It's painful, but I'm so sorry to tell you there is no shortcut. It's the shortcut is put the work in understanding what's the right strategy, and referrals could be a push, but again, it's not an offer. That's 100%. Hmm.
The job works like a catalyst. We can just speed up a little bit, but it's not really helping you get to the destination.
Yeah, no magical pills to lose weight. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a question in here. Is ChatGPT for creating resume?
Huh. um, yes, but just understand if if you tell ChatGPT, hey, create a CV for me, and that's it. ChatGPT will use his or her, I don't know how to say, knowledge to use that CV. You need to mention the instructions, and
Yeah,
to mention the instruction, you need to know what is useful in that, or what you need to include in that CV. And that's the tricky part. Most people with ChatGPT makes endless CVs, mostly for example, 20, 25 years of experience, 15 years of experience. I have endless CVs. That's not good. So I would say yes. If you mention the instructions and you teach ChatGPT how to make the CV, for sure you can use it for sure.
yeah. So the prompt basically needs to be more clear, right?
Yes,
And they'll just put it up in like a proper format, which highlights all your experience and your skills.
yes,
But it's like at least you have to give any ingredients, right, to make something. You need the ingredients. So that's you provide ingredients to ChatGPT and they're giving you the final dish.
yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I see another question in here. I think we can see that.
Um. Okay. I mean, for development, it's again, it's technical professionals. That's really good. It's the, I would say, is the field that it's more easy to get a job, let's say, from also my career coaching program point of view. It's really great. But one thing that is true for front end developers, for developers in general, it's really easy to get interviews, but you are going to be tested a lot for your technical skills, and it's really
Mm.
difficult to maybe pass those interviews. That's the problem that I we are experiencing also with our developers. So I could say for developers, yes, there is a huge opportunity. There's a big opportunity that you will find a job here. Just so you know, try to be really good at what you do, in the sense of try to do good technical skills. And again, for developers, because I know I deal with a lot of developers, also introverts. Try to get out of this not that this yeah this little space, and try to get out and talk to people again and sell your
Yeah,
technical skills. Yeah, that's really important.
yeah. Yeah, at the same time, like technical and the communication skill to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Uh, I have one last question. So it's really great to see our audience been so engaging and asking these questions. I hope we're able to help you guys and give you the answers. And like Anna mentioned, if you want to connect with her, please go to her profile, which is on the event page, or you can directly search her on the research list is land on the first page of the search list. So you can just book a call and get it back with her as well. But as we come closer to the wrapping section of the session today, I would like to understand if you can give a little more idea on how can professionals find companies that offer these sponsorships.
Yeah. So I would say this is more relevant maybe for people that are outside. And like I said, we also work with people that are outside of Germany. Obviously, it's difficult. There are some website, and I wanted to ask you actually if we can share some information, because I think if I pronounce and I give you the website, guys, you will not understand anything. I'm going to just complicate everyone's life. So it could be really nice to have more some information after, or yeah, or just like I said, go to these clarity calls. I will give you all the information. For the people that are with the Chanskarte, or the people that are already in Germany, that wouldn't be a problem. We just need a contract, and then you can get your work permit. But I would say it's more difficult to also find English speaking roles, so English speaking websites, like English speaking websites for English speaking roles. I don't know how to rephrase it. So that's also one of the biggest problems that we have, yeah, and one of the most asked questions that we have. And again, I
Yeah,
recommend you. I'm happy to share that information with you. So just you can either contact me, or we can send some information maybe after this call, or just mention it somewhere, all the websites that are useful.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what we can do is, Anna, that after this call, we can just go to the event page and drop a comment in the message. It's your end. that in the comment section of the event page, that would either
Awesome.
the websites or anything. You can just drop down all the information in the comments. Otherwise, you can check it after the session's over, maybe a little later. And Solaya has a question in here. She wants some tips from you before we wrap up. So how about you give a little tip to Laya?
Oh, okay. You guys have, yeah, there is this job fair. A lot of people tell me, "Are you there? Are you there?" I do want to go, but I'm not sure if I will be in calls. But yes, tip. Most probably they will. I'm not sure if they will take your CV because it's not. Sometimes it's not. It's not. You are not able to do that. Try to get emails. Try to get contact details, and try to also have more personal relationship with the person you are talking to, in the sense of try to find something that it's common for both of you, right? I don't know, maybe they do
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe they do basketball and you love it, or maybe they have a cool jumper. Try to have this gain the trust, let's say, but also try to have next steps. So every time you have a conversation with someone, it's going to be useless, and we do a lot this in sales, it's going to be useless if there are no other steps. So try to get the contact details and try to have clear next steps scheduled with them, in the sense of, okay, I will send you my CV. Okay, I will have a conversation. Okay, let's catch up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Something. There has to be a second touch. So yeah, contact details and next steps. Really important.
Yes. So just a quick add-on from my end would be like from my experience would be like like you said, like find something that's common for you both, like basketball or something,
Mm,
because that will help you that person remember you. So guys,
yeah.
you can find that point which will help you stand out. Maybe you just say I eat French fries with ice cream. So, oh, I met this girl who eats French fries with ice cream.
Yeah.
People remember strange things, or
Mm,
people remember things that's easily, I mean, like they can think of or they can remember. So try to find that point that will make them, remember your name, your face, or somehow they remember you. So that when you're following up, they exactly know who you are.
yeah. 100%.
Great. So, Anna, your insights have been absolutely valuable, but we do have some time limitations, which is why we have to bring this session to an end. But I'd love to connect with you again in the future. We'll come up with some more topics. And guys, if you have any recommendation on the topics that you want to, have a session on or listen to or some tips on, so we are open. You can put down your suggestions in the comment section and we'll come up with sessions on those topics in the future. So before we wrap this up, is there anything that you would like to add from your end, Anna?
um Actually, yes. I will add just a small thing. I could say this is something that I see a lot because the market is so bad, and I see many job seekers losing faith. And I do
Mhm.
want to add this. This is more important than any CV, cover letter, LinkedIn, networking. It's more important, and it's to know that your first responsibility as a job seeker, guys. And from the bottom of my heart, I know that it's hard, but it's your first responsibility is to keep believing in yourself and to keep believing that you will get a job. And I know that's difficult, and that's why I call it responsibility. I don't call it pleasure. I call it responsibility, which means you need to have the discipline to believe in yourself. You need to have the faith. You need to have the resilience to keep believing, if even if you get rejections. And for me, there is a quote that I had this quote in my mind all the time that I was looking for a job before, and even with my mentees, and is keep the eyes on the ball. This is from basketball, by the way. Keep the eyes on the ball even if you don't see the ball. So keep the eyes on the
Uh-huh.
job even when you don't see the job. That's faith, right? Having faith or believe in yourself is just believing in something that you cannot see, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. So I would
Yeah,
say keep believing, keep trying, don't give up. And if you need to take something from this webinar, it's just this is your sign from the universe that you should keep believing and keep trying. Yeah, 100.
absolutely.
Mm.
Awesome. Awesome, Anna. Thank you so much once again for joining us. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you too.
And insights, like I mentioned, has been absolutely valuable. I hope our attendees got some help from this. And we will come again soon with some other amazing topics.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
I think Amy has one last question. I think Anna, you can just maybe directly answer that on the comment section later, or Amy, you can directly reach out to Anna and then maybe if you have any other questions, like she said, she has a free call as well. So book that, take that opportunity, and book that call. Maybe this is your chance to get solutions and get a job. So guys, go for it. All the very best. And thank you to all of you for joining us today. I will see you all until next time. So take care and
See you.
have a great Friday.
Have a
Bye
good Friday.
bye. Take
Ciao,
care.
ciao.